What's up, everybody? Andrew Mahone here with Brady Botner.
What's up?
We are going to be playing some brand new decks from the Sword and Shield format. Sword and Shield pre-orders are live now on FullGripGames.com, so make sure to check out those singles pre-orders. They'll be in the description below. Now, for the decks that we have today, I've got a Snorlax VMAX deck, which I am very excited about. It's got an attack G-Max Fall. It does 60 damage plus 30 more for each of your benched Pokemon in standard format. That means you're maxing out at 210 damage. I'm using the Welder engine to accelerate onto the Snorlax VMAX. And then I've got a lot of cool cards in here, like Super Scoop Up, Triple Acceleration Energy. Since Snorlax VMAX is an evolution Pokemon, it does work with Triple Acceleration Energy. Super Scoop Up is going to allow me to pick the Snorlax up and lay it back down. And just kind of heal it over and over again. I thought about playing Mallow and Lano with the deck, but to be honest, with Snorlax massive amounts of hit points and Pokemon doing more damage than ever, almost nobody's one-hit KOing a Snorlax, but I do want to heal more than 120 damage. So I thought that Super Scoop Up would just be the kind of optimal route to be able to soak a couple hits and then completely heal him. There are 4 copies of Super Scoop Up in this list, so it should, at the very least, be a lot of fun to play. What do you got for us, Brady?
I got a Zacian Lucario Melmetal deck, and it has Galarian Berserker in it to increase Zacian and Lucario Melmetal's damage.
Yeah, Galarian Berserker has an ability that increases your metal Pokemon's attacks damage by 20. So I think like that is a pretty cool card and
For sure.
could be good.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see how that interacts. Yesterday when we were playing our games, we ran into this issue with the Lucario Zacian deck that it wasn't one-hit KOing Pikaroms,
Right.
and so on and so forth, without the Arceus, Dialga, Palkia thing going on. So I think the Galarian Berserker is like a way to work around that.
For sure.
And get you up to those one-hit KO numbers. You know, Steely Spirits stacks as well. So you could potentially be reaching, what, 230 plus 90, 320 damage. Right? It's 20 more damage. My bad. All right, it's not 30 more damage. Yeah. All right, so 290
There's
damage.
3 in here?
Yeah,
Okay.
there's 3. So you can hit 290 damage, which is, you know, huge.
Yeah.
And then I did
That's
take,
almost
I took some inspiration out of the deck that you played the other day, and we do have some power plants on that deck, which I
Nice.
think is very good
Yeah.
as well. So let's get this rocking. Would you like heads or tails, Brady?
Heads.
Tails it is. And I will choose to go first.
Sounds good.
Yes. So let's see how it goes. Really hoping that this this deck works out. I also have a the Volcanion in here. If you go second Volcanion Flare Starter, which seems pretty good. You can attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like. I do like that.
Right.
I think, does Victini V attach to only fire Pokemon, or is it any Pokemon?
I'm actually not sure.
I'm gonna phone a friend. I'm gonna ask the chat. All right, chat, let me know, because I was thinking about Victini V in this deck as well. Does Victini V accelerate from the discard to any Pokemon or fire only? But that was also a consideration if it accelerates to any Pokemon. All right, let's get going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I've got my favorite starter in this format out here. Now I only got 3 Zacians in that deck. I think that's probably fine.
Yeah,
with
that's
Lucario
how many
Melmetal.
I had.
Yeah, I don't think you necessarily need 4.
I agree.
So I'm going to draw for turn. And I do have Pokemon Communication, a Dedenne in here. Thinking that I may want to just start off with a couple of Stellar Wishes and kind of look for a Quick Ball. Let's just Stellar Wish first. I'm not necessarily trying to Day-Day change away this hand. We do have a Professor Magnolia there off of the top, so that's good. And I'm playing like 3 copies of Professor Magnolia and 4 copies of Welder in this deck, so it's not exactly just a straightforward. It's not just a straightforward, you know, Welder deck with 4 copies of Welder. We do have some actual draw, since we can actually, you know, get an attacker up and going with Triple Acceleration Energy. You don't necessarily need anything else. So we're going to go get ourselves I think a Snorlax V with this. And then next turn, we're probably just going to use Professor Magnolia to dig a little bit and see what we can get. It could have been correct to just Day change that hand away and look for a new hand, but kind of fine with this. Just going to take a little bit more of a conservative route off the bats, and we will get our fire energy down and pass to you.
All right.
Yep.
Gonna start off with a quick ball.
Now I'm only playing 10 copies of Metal Energy in that deck as well. I think that that's probably fine. You know, between 10 and 11, and you were playing 11 yesterday, I think.
I was, yes.
Yeah. So seems okay. And there are, I think, 3 or 4 copies of Jirachi as well. So very similar version of the deck. I really just took the backbone of the ADP version that we had, and we jammed some Galarian Berserkers in there and some Pokemon Communications. I think there's 3 copies of Pokemon Communication.
Gotcha.
I am playing more copies of Marnie in that version of the deck now. I think that Marnie's a good supporter, and I want to give it a little bit more airtime, you know?
Yeah, I think Marnie's broken.
You think Marnie's
Yeah,
broken?
that guy's nuts.
Awesome. And thank you so much. Straw Hats are cool for that Twitch Prime sub. Appreciate you, Straw Hats. And thank you, for that info. Apparently Victini V can charge to any Pokemon. Good. So I was considering Victini V in this deck as well to accelerate onto our Snorlax VMAX.
Gonna switch
Sure.
to the Jirachi. Starwish.
Yep. Now, a card that I've been a little bit lukewarm on so far is that I haven't exactly put a lot of Evolution Incense in my deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something that I'm not exactly sure, you know? Evolution Incense seems good, but, like, I feel like Pokemon Communication just, like, the fact that you can't play your supporters turn 1 going first, you know, Pokemon Communication just gets you your basic down turn 1. It can get you your basic down turn 1, as we actually saw with this. You know, I got my Snorlax V down turn 1. If that was an Evolution Incense, you know, I would not have been able to get my Snorlax V into play. So I feel like Evolution Incense is kind of directly competing for space.
Intrepid Sword.
Sure. You know, Evolution Incense is directly competing for space with the with Pokemon Communication.
Right.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm gonna draw for turn. See if I wake up. Now, kind of interested. Huh. This could be hilarious. Yeah. All right. A very funny combo I got here. All right, so we're going to Stellar Wish first. Sure. 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got a Pokemon catcher, and we're gonna just start flipping coins, I think, and seeing how this goes. So I'm going to first flip on Super Scoop Up. Busted, bro. And then check this out. I've got Pokemon Communication. Hey, that's for the Snorlax VMAX. Insane deck, bro. So let's see. I'm gonna get the Snorlax VMAX out here on the his Super Scoop Up into Pokemon Communication just to get the Snorlax VMAX into play. But you know, here he is now, looking epic as ever. Excellent. And then the reason I had to do that is because I had the triple acceleration in my hand, so I wanted to like use it. So let's see. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to fill up my bench, to be honest, but you know, sure. Skateboard's going onto you, my guy. Triple acceleration energy is going onto you. I'll use Pokemon Catcher. We're gonna bring up the Zacian.
Sure.
And then I'm gonna use Professor's Research to draw 7 cards.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, we've got the Heat Factory, and I'll use Heat Factory to draw 3 more cards. 1, 2, 3. That's gonna be a yikes for me, dog. Huh.
Is that all you got?
I mean, no, I just have like all my triples in my head. And a Dedenne, so like, I mean, I'm thinking that, I mean, I could swing again next turn. I could just put the Dedenne down to do more damage. Right now I'm doing 60, 90, minus 30. That's fine. What, I'm doing 60 damage?
Yeah.
I'm actually cool with that. Yeah, so I'm not going to data change. 60 damage seems okay. And we're just going to get in there with the Snorlax VMAX. So I was wondering, you know, how many Pokemon, how many basic Pokemon am I going to have to play in order to, you know, successfully chain attacks with this deck, you know, or chain like, you know, high damage output attacks. Like, I'm not exactly sure, you know, so I think that needs a little bit more testing. But right now, I think I have like 12 basics. I was like, I can fill my bench twice, but like I probably will need more than that, you know, in hindsight. But we'll see. All right, so I get 4 off the top.
All right, I'm going to quick fall.
And
There's only one Lucario Metal in here.
There is, yeah.
He's got to go.
He's got to go. So another idea I see in the chat, you could play the Emolga engine with the Snorlax V.
You could fill up your bench real easily.
It would fill up the bench very easily, and they're all free retreaters. Yeah. I mean, like, I do have 4 Jirachi in the deck. You know, I do have 2 Dedenne in the deck. I do have, you know, 3 or 4 Snorlax V in the deck. There are a lot of basics. I just haven't really seen them yet. So we'll, you know, we'll kind of see how this match buffs out, and then like see kind of like what our assessment is. And thank you so much, JW, for that gifted sub as well. We have got quite the hype train going on today. Thank you so much, JW. But I will say that so far, you know, I like the deck. Seems fun, for sure. Okay. Having a guy with 340 hit points, I mean, it's the most amount of HP that I think any Pokemon has ever had in the history of the Pokemon trading card game. So, you know, I think as far as, you know, how do we get to deck building with Snorlax VMAX? You want to play, you know, you want to play it in a way that really just utilizes and emphasizes its large HP. So I think that, you know, any sort of way that you can, you know, heal these guys and kind of glance off hits is going to be very valuable.
Brave Blade.
For knockout, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Do you have a Berserker out? Sick. Yeah. So, like, I mean, you don't need it, but I'm just curious.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just curious. All right, cool. And you got a Berserker out.
Right.
That is pretty sick. All right, Snorlax VMAX. Brady's taking a couple prizes. Alrighty then. We still got Heat Factory in play, so that's good. I'm thinking that we probably Welder 1 onto our Snorlax VMAX and draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3, and thank you straight up Godly for the 300 bits. We've got some more Pokemon now, so we've got a Jirachi, we've got I think I want to use Pokemon Communication and trade the, I mean, is there anybody I'd rather have than Volcanion? Probably, so I'll trade that in for probably like Absol at this point. And I'm trying to just like fill up my bench. So we are going to attach this for turn. I haven't Heat Factoried yet, and we're going to use Quick Ball to go get ourselves a Dedenne. Now, I haven't Heat Factoried. I've Weldered. I'm going to try and churn through our deck a little bit and see if we can't find enough basic Pokemon. I think if I do 210, it actually does 180, right? Because minus 30 with a Frying Pan. So then that would be a knockout? Yeah, cool. So I think I need all 5 bench Pokemon. So we're hoping to fill up our bench off of this. We've got Data Change for 6. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, and 6. And then I've got Heat Factory to draw 3 more cards. 1, 2, 3. And I've got a Jirachi, and I've got a Quick Ball, get rid of a Fire Energy, and we can get ourselves another Snorlax here onto the bench. So we should be dealing the full 210 damage here and able to take this knockout for 2 prizes, which is pretty good. And we got the Absol, so it's going to make it a little harder for you to, use Jirachi. Did I double? I weldered. I didn't Heat Factory earlier, right? So I don't believe that I Heat Factoried twice. I believe I weldered, and then I data changed, and then I Heat Factoried. So, and then I'll G-Max Fall for knockout.
Sure. Oh.
Yep.
I will.
We got a comment in the chat saying that 210 damage is so disappointing for a VMAX attack. I disagree. I think 210 for 3 energy, 3 colorless energy, that's absurd. I think it's very high. It's because it has no drawback. That's the thing. You just have to fill your bench. And in expanded format,
yeah, it'll definitely be very good. Expanded.
In expanded, it just seems absolutely busted. With 8 potential bench Pokemon, you're doing 8 times 3, it's 24. It's 300 damage, with 8 bench Pokemon. So I think that G-Max Fall, very powerful attack. And, 210 damage on a Pokemon that has 340 hit points. I think that, there's not much more I could ask for in a Pokemon. It's very strong. And, I think the idea of the Snorlax VMAX deck is not necessarily that you're going to be, one-hit KOing everything, but it's that you're never getting one-hit KO'd yourself.
Right.
So I think that is, that's kind of the inherent strength of the deck.
And then I'm going to mark.
Sure. Marnie again. So let's see what we can find off the top 4 cards. Now, have you Metal Saucered once?
Yes.
Okay. So you need to find another Metal Saucer in order to attack, right?
Correct. And a switch.
And a switch, yep, because of the Absol. Really putting in some work there.
Yes.
Power plants, and I guess we should get our GX counters out. I don't actually have a GX move in this deck, I don't believe. But I was thinking about it. I just, I just don't think I ever got there. I think Charizard and Braixen could potentially be okay for putting energy back into play.
Yeah,
I thought about that. Yeah, because you could just go up with the 1 energy Charizard and Braixen, throw a bunch of energy in play, then potentially scoop it up,
right.
Get it out of there.
I'm going to use this Intrepid Sword.
Sure.
Okay.
And I will draw for turn.
Sure.
So, I've got kind of, I guess this is totally fine because you have not touched my Snorlax VMAX. So,
that is true.
I could just, keep pushing. So, we're going to use, I guess I could use Giant Hearth and just start manually attaching to the Snorlax V here on the bench, which I think is probably fine. So, yeah, I'm going to Giant Hearth and discard probably... I don't want to actually discard my basic Pokemon, so I'm going to discard that and get 2 energy out of the deck. And we are going to manually attach one to my bench Snorlax V so that I'm just like a little bit closer to being able to pull off, a potential super scoop up play. Attach to Snorlax V, and we're going to G-Max Fall for knockout again.
Drop for turn. I'm going to Pokecom.
Sure.
Just gonna get the Jirachi back and bench it.
Sounds good. Now, I mean, the tough thing about the Zacian deck, I mean, like, I guess, like, I mean, the damage is capped. I mean, almost every deck has a damage cap, though. So, like, that's not, you know, a super fair criticism.
Right.
I mean, the deck has a lot of strengths. It's bulky for a 2-prize deck.
Right.
The fact that the Zacian can take advantage of Lucario and Melmetal's GX attack and make it take 30 less damage. And then also has, you know, Metal Frying Pan, making it take 30 less damage.
Right.
You know, having an effective, 280 hit points for a 2-prize Pokemon is pretty obscene.
Pretty good,
yeah. I'll take 3 for my prizes. So that's definitely strong. You know, its damage is capped. I mean, every deck is a damage cap. My deck's damage is capped as well. It's kind of like we're just, you know, 2 kind of big HP decks just slugging back and forth, seeing, you know, who can, you know, who's got, you know, the ability to stream attackers more.
Right. I'll use Brave Blade for 250.
Sure. Shucks. All right. So 250 with the reset stamp. This is the most amount of damage counters I think I've ever placed on a Pokemon. That's 240, right? And then +1.
Yep.
That is that's absurd. So let's just look at all of those damage counters on that guy. That is absolutely insane. But yeah, 340. That's a long ways to go. We'll draw for turn. Now, I have a skateboard for my Jirachi finally, and Switch. So I think I do want to play that. And we're going to Stellar Wish. Actually, I think that I'm going to Giant Hearth first, and then Stellar Wish, see if I find a Welder, go in with this guy potentially. Yeah, let's Giant Hearth the Jirachi. Now, I am probably getting to the point, yes, where I'm running low on Fire Energy in the deck. These are my last couple. We got a question in the chat. Why no buff padding? Could also play, what, the Giant Charm or Large Charm?
Yeah.
340 is already obnoxiously large, you know?
It's very large.
Nobody is knocking out a Pokemon with 340 hit points in, like, one hit, unless you're Baby Blacephalon. That's really, like, the only deck. You know, Baby Blacephalon and Turtonator and maybe like Blacephalon GX are like the cards that can potentially get you.
Right.
We're gonna Stellar Wish. 2, 3, 4, 5. So I did find Welder, and I'm kind of just hoping for my other Snorlax VMAX here. So we're gonna Welder these 2 over here and draw 3 cards.
Sure.
2, 3, and I do have a potential Super Scoop Up. Tails. Dang. Man, I wanted it too. Wanted it real bad, Brady. Alright, so I'm thinking Swallow. No, that seems horrible. He's getting 1 hit KO if I do that. So I think we kind of have to go in with this Snorlax VMAX, the damaged one, and just say, like, alright, I'm probably giving up 3 prizes. Brady at this point has 2 built-up Zacians. I can't really afford to not attack, so I think I'm just going in here. And we're hoping that Brady maybe has a clunked-up hand. I mean, he can't attack back-to-back, so because of the Zacian's, you know, attack effect.
Mm-hmm. So
we are just going to max ball again for 180 damage.
Sure.
Yep. That Super Scoop Up would have been real gnarly. That's kind of like the whole thing we're going for with the deck. Scoop up Snorlax, lay it back down on the other Snorlax, and then just swing. But, you know, you missed all the shots you don't take, so that's fine.
Cards in here?
I have 3.
And switch into the other Zacian.
Ah, he's got it.
And then I'll Brave Blade for knockout.
Sure. All right, so 3 prizes there. And my road to victory is looking a little bit sketch here, especially if Brady is able to find a gust effect or something like that. So let's see what we can do. Thinking that And I could try to Stellar Wish for a Pokemon Communication. We'll see how many Pokemon Communications we have left in the deck. Probably not many. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, none. So I have to just draw into it, which is fine. So how many triples do I have down? I could theoretically take game, but I'd have to gust up that one, knock it out, and then gust up another thing and knock it out. So, like, I guess, and you would have to not have gust. So that is, it's kind of a lot to ask. Let's just go attach the fire energy to, sure, our Snorlax V, and we're going to Day change, discarding triple and a Jirachi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alrighty then. Thinking that we might not be able to find our final Snorlax V here. Let's go Stellar Wish. 3. Our final Snorlax V Max, that is. I've got the Magnolia, but I can't really play it. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So that would leave me with like 1 card left in deck.
That seems suboptimal.
That does seem suboptimal, but I think, I mean, what other option do I really have? So let's go Pokemon Catcher.
Yeah.
Tails. Oh, now I really can't do it. So we have to just hope that you don't have a switch. And I'm going to hit with Falling Down. Yeah, all right. Yeah, you got it.
Yep.
So Snorlax V has an attack Falling Down, which does like 170. But yeah, now Brady's got the switch for a game. So that's going to be game 1. And it seemed like it was, you know, I was like cooking there at the beginning. I did prize. I only played 3 Snorlax VMAX, and I like prized 1 at the end, which seemed fine. I mean, there was 1 in the bottom of my deck. I had a chance to deny a prize there with a, you know, super scoop up, but you know, it just didn't buff out. But yeah, I mean, how did the deck feel in your hands, Brady?
It seems fine. Yeah, it's Zacian deck.
Yeah,
Zacian's very good.
Zacian is very good.
The Berserker doesn't really seem to make a difference in this particular matchup. But
no, right.
There's definitely some instances where it would be nice.
For sure. I think, like, you know, in the case of Pikarom, it's going to make a difference. I think in the Zacian Mirror match, it's really going to make a difference.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the Frying Pan puts you at an effective, what, 250 hit points?
Right. So just 1 Berserker gets you there.
Exactly. So 1 Berserker is going to make the difference there. If they do happen to be playing Lucario Melmetal and use their GX attack, the Berserker even gives you the potential to, right, if you have enough Berserkers in play, I'm not sure how many you would need.
All 3.
All 3. Then you could theoretically, you know, get that 1-hit KO even in the Zacian Mirror match. So I think that, you know, without a doubt, the Zacian deck needs some way to boost its, you know, its damage output, which is funny to say because it's already swings for 230 damage, which is like an obscene amount of damage. But the thing is that, you know, the Zacian's damage is worth boosting because it is so close to those key 1-hit KO numbers, right?
Yeah,
whereas
sure.
like Snorlax VMAX 210 is like, well,
yeah, he's like very far from.
He's far from
hitting the important stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like it's not worth trying to, you know, trying to fix those numbers for a deck like Snorlax VMAX. Instead, you're trying to just play like the tanky game.
Right.
So
what could you even do to
boost his damage? I mean, like you could play Shrines. You could play.
Sure.
You know, Fine Mans. If you know what I mean? It's just like there's no.
Yeah.
I thought about you could play Volcarona GX. You know.
Oh, that would actually be interesting.
Yeah. So like there are different like various things you could do to try and fix your numbers with this deck. I asked Natalie if I could throw Volcarona GX in here before the stream started, and she said absolutely not.
Why?
The deck is already like, you know, you're already trying to attack with a stage 1, man.
Yeah,
you know,
that's true.
You know, things are you like to see things you know, just kind of be as simple as possible almost, just especially with like your early decks. You're like you just want the deck to work, right? Especially for like, you know, the show, you know, the stream. I'm not trying to sit here with a bunch of Volcaronas in my hand wondering where the heck my Snorlaxes are. But no, Natalie was correct. It would have been too clunky. And this deck, I mean, at the very least, it worked. I mean, it did do what it was supposed to do.
Right.
So for that, I'm pretty happy.
Yep.
So let's get into game 2.
Sure. Do you want to go first or second?
I believe I'm still going to choose to go first.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Makes sense since you gotta evolve your guy to attack.
Yes, I think so. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Got a handful of supporters.
Sounds good.
And nothing else. 10 fire did feel correct. Natalie was like, yeah, just play 10 fire. She just like knew that right off the top of her head. And I think that 10 felt very good. I had just enough. I did not have enough energy as I anticipated to play the Ninetales though, or like even just setting it up would have been a pain. Right. I think like setting up your stage 1's already kind of like problematic enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Cool. I like this hand. So we got Jirachi. And good luck.
Good luck. And also have fun.
Yeah, same to you. All right, we're gonna draw, and I've got myself quick ball. So thinking that we're just going to quick ball away the switch. I don't necessarily need it, and we're gonna get ourselves a Snorlax V Max or a Snorlax V. And then I'm also going to Stellar Wish. And look at the top 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. So very loaded and good set of cards there to have drawn into. I think Quick Ball is ideal.
Nice.
And
someone asked, what in your opinion is the worst V card? You got any thoughts on that?
The worst V card?
Yeah. Man,
they're all special in their own way. Yeah. Every V card is special. I ain't a hater, bro. All right.
That's fair.
I think that I'm going to, as far as the, it's like Celebi.
It is Celebi.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Man, that thing's a stinker. Anyways, cool for collectors though. Celebi's a nice Pokemon. They're all nice in their own way.
Right.
I will attach to the Snorlax V, and then I do also have a Quick Ball that I would like to play. Cool. And I'm thinking that this triple is just going to end up going down, which is fine. I'll just try to hit a Welder in these next couple turns. So, like off the bat, I mean, I could get this Volcanion. I could start going in with the High Heat Blast.
Yeah.
Things like that. Man, maybe I need to start going second and getting the turn 1 Volcanion. I had it. That would have been pretty sick. Probably not, though. Yeah, let's be honest. So, I think I'm probably going to get another Jirachi.
Sure. You want to play in 1 Volcanion, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Seems like the play to make if you're playing like 4, maybe.
I'm going to use a skateboard and retreat into another Jirachi. And
sure.
I'm going to Stellar Wish again. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And I am thinking that kind of want Giant Hearth. Yep. Cool. All right. And I'm going to pass to you.
Sure. Okay. Gonna start off with Stellar Wish.
Sure.
Take a communication. I have a Professor's Research in my hand, but I don't want to play it because got too many good cards in here.
I feel you.
But I am gonna play it anyway. I wanted to find a Marnie off the Stellar Wish. That was the dream for sure.
Right. I was thinking that, you know, I might want to play Marnie in the Snorlax V deck. I was torn between Professor's Research and Marnie. After playing with the Professor's Research, I think Marnie might actually be optimal as like a 3-of in here. Because I don't actually have room for Reset Stamp in the deck as it is right now. So at least Marnie would give me some hand disruption, and you know, with the Jirachi engine, could be okay. The reasoning for Professor's Research was that I'm thinking that I kind of want to draw into a lot of cards. I want to find Super Scoop Ups. I want to find Pokemon Catchers. I want to find, you know, triple acceleration energies and really like dig to find those.
All right, Professor's Research.
Sure.
5, 6, 7. Okay. Going to quick ball.
Yep.
Grab another Jirachi.
And I was thinking about going for, you know, I mean, like, feels bad because I quick balled away the switch. And I got another Jirachi, and I was thinking to myself, like, maybe I could, sure, maybe I could get myself. Oh, what a sack, bro! He got 2. Oh, that never happens. I'm gonna draw for turn. See if I wake up. I'm not sure that I flipped for either of my sleep checks, so I'm gonna check on both of them. And thank you so much, Thomas, for that gifted sub. Appreciate you, Thomas. So here, I think I'm just gonna start with a Stellar Wish. We can see if we find ourselves a welder off the top 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Nothing terribly exciting there, but we have a Super Scoop Up, which I could try to use as a switch. You know, sometimes it'd be like that. So I certainly have done this before. So we're gonna use Super Scoop Up.
Sure.
And that is just straight off the table. And thank you, Chroma, as well.
That's epic.
Busted, bro. Thank you, Chroma, for that Twitch Prime sub, too. All right, so that's one way to switch. We've got this guy in the active now. And I'm thinking that might just go in and dig with Professor's Research this turn. I think that's probably fine. We're just going to bench this and Professor's Research. Try to draw as many cards as we can. We don't have a huge hand. 4, 5, 6, and 7. Wow. Alrighty then. I'm thinking that yeah, this particular turn is going to be kind of a less exciting one. So let's first Stellar Wish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you've got a Zacian just like ready to roll, which is kind of intimidating. I got a lot of fire energy. I'm gonna grab the Heat Factory, I think. And then I'm kind of hoping that this Snorlax V just does not get gusted up, I think. Oh, I don't. This is fine. We'll just manually attach here. Go here. And then I'm going to retreat into this Jirachi. And I could actually Stellar Wish again because it came up to my hand. So that's insane. All right. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool.
Did you get the filth off that one?
I mean, I've got some stuff like, now. I mean, like, I'm cool, but like, I didn't find a triple off my other, you know, my thing. So
Gotcha.
it's cool. We're, you know, we're chilling.
Right.
But, all right. We've got a Snorlax VMAX. We've got a Welder. We've got some fires in my hand. Yeah, we're ready to go. Next turn. All right.
Nice.
Yeah. And, yeah, on a big pass to you, my guy.
All right.
Yes.
Draw for turn.
Yep. I'll sleep check as well. Now, well, sleep check as well. Tails.
Oh, gosh.
What you looking for off that Stellar Wish, Brady?
Man, not another Professor's Research.
Do you need a switch?
I'm gonna take it. No, I have a switch.
Is your hand just good and you don't want to discard it?
Yeah, I've already gotten rid of like the only actually good gust effect in the deck. Now I don't want to get rid of the bad ones too.
Pokemon catchers.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, we're gonna switch into this Jirachi.
Yeah.
Stellar Wish. Alright, I'll take a Power Plants.
Sounds good. Are you gonna play it?
Yeah.
Okay. tough thing is, like, with this deck, I mean, I'm just 2-hit KOing these Zacians.
Okay.
Yeah, there's, like, no way around it.
I'm just going to use this one.
Sure. I'm going to need to hit a couple of... Oh, you didn't get a switch.
I mean, I could have attacked, but...
You just hit knocking out the draw cheat, not really doing it for you?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to see if I wake up.
I'd rather take the risk that I had some mental energy because I didn't attach return.
That's fair. All right, I'm going to draw. Okay. So we've got Heat Factory. I feel pretty comfortable just using Quick Ball to get rid of that giant hearth. And getting ourselves probably... I mean, I guess this thing does hit for weakness, which is kind of cool. It actually can one-hit KO you, so... if you don't have a frying pan on, so...
Sure can.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to go get that thing. I think seems pretty rad. And then... let's start with... probably Heat Factory. Yep, draw 3 cards. And then I believe I'm going to Welder 1 to this Volcanion so that I have like the option of where to go. Yeah, let's see 3 more cards.
Sure.
And so I have Heat Factory, I've Weldered, now I can Stellar Wish.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I got multiple Pokemon Communications in my hand, so I'm just going to take a Super Scoop Up.
Sure.
And I do have the Switch, which is good, so I can go Switch into Jirachi, and we're just going to Stellar Wish again. 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's... yeah, just all my Super Scoop Ups in my hand. Pretty good. It's probably fine. And then, really, we're just kind of looking for another Snorlax down, I think. So I'm going to use Pokemon Communication, Jirachi. I'd like to get another Snorlax down. The dream was to get a Pokemon catcher and then hit it, obviously, and then just go in with a high heat blast.
Right.
But yeah. Didn't work out that way, which is fine. So we're going to attach return to the Snorlax VMAX. And swing there.
Sure.
Take a knockout. With G-Max Fall.
Throw the skateboard down.
Sounds good.
And then I'll Marnie.
Oh, my hand was busted. I had literally 3 Super Scoop Ups and Welders in my hand. I was gonna, man, I was just gonna do the shake and bake,
Man,
like for sure.
I'll Stellar Wish.
All right, 4?
Yeah.
Oh, there's all the Pokemon catchers I was looking for.
Grab a Melon one.
Sounds good. I was thinking about other, kind of alternative attackers for the Snorlax VMAX deck. I mean, really, it's kind of taking like a lot of, inspiration from Tord's Reshizard list that played the Super Scoop Ups and the Welders and the Reshizards. It's kind of the same concept, really, that he used to finish top 4 at the World Championships.
Ready play.
230? Yeah. So, Charizard, Reshiram Charizard, 270 hit points, wasn't getting 1-hit knocked out by anything. You said 230, right?
Yep.
Cool. Natalie, thank
You're
you.
welcome.
I asked Natalie to deliver us 4 potions for your Stonejourner deck,
Nice.
so
Wonderful.
there you go.
Thank you, Natalie.
Yep. All right, so I'm going to draw. And it's tough because I know that you do have the frying pan now too?
Yeah.
Man, dude. All right, I have to switch. And I know all 3 of my Super Scoop Ups are on the bottom of my deck. Which
That's
is
wild.
just, it's horrible. It's horrible because like I want to hit a Super Scoop Up here, but I just cannot. So we are going to Stellar Wish. 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, it looks like all of my good trainers are on the bottom of my deck. That's X. So we have at least, you know, altered the ordering of my deck at this point. Thank you so much, Nikhil, for the sub as well. 4 months. Let's go, dude. So I think I do kind of have to retreat into this Jirachi and Stellar Wish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that feels fine. Get ourselves the Professor Magnolia. So I'm thinking that, you know, our deck is reordered now. It's good. I can attempt Pokemon Catcher. Man. Well, got another.
Yep.
We're going to bring up that one.
Sure.
And then I'm going to put the skateboard there. I think Snorlax. You know what? If all these Snorlaxes go down, I'm losing the game. So I think I might need to Dedenne off of this. So we're going to just Magnolia. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7. That was not totally incorrect. So if I scoop up the active, I don't have the energy for this one. If I scoop up this, oh, then I do have the energy for this. But I don't have the switch.
And you don't have enough to take a knockout.
Why not?
Because it only does extra damage and you
Oh,
have 4
I
left.
need the energy. Right. So I need to find a switch and an energy. So I'm thinking here we're going to do Pokemon Communication, trade the Jirachi into the deck.
Yeah.
Get ourselves another Snorlax VMAX.
Sure.
Then what's the switch situation like in the deck? Ah.
Doesn't seem like a good switch situation.
It's not a great switch situation, what you could say. All right. So, we're going to go the old-fashioned way. Super Scoop Up. The old-fashioned way. Does not fail. So,
yeah.
And we're going to scoop that up, put him into the active. And then we're going to drop these. And I have to day change. So
Sure.
I'm going to let those go. Let's see 6 new cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
Nice.
And I will high heat blast for knockouts.
Sure.
Yes.
Drop your turn.
Got there with the crazy plays, bro. Oh, what a whack turn of events, man. Let's see, how many triples? I don't think that I've attacked with the triples almost at all. But, yeah. They're there, though, just in case.
Okay, I'm going to quick ball. Yeah, I'll get another Zacian.
Sure. And I think the, you know, the Snorlax deck, it seems fun. I think the concept is okay. You know, and I think it could use some tweaks. The idea that Snorlax doesn't get one-hit KO'd, but deals a lot of damage is, you know, just, I think the Fire Engine is probably like one of the best engines you can play in the game. So the fact that it can take energy, any energy type, you know, I think the Fire is is certainly a good call for it.
I'll take Professor's Research.
Sure. I'm not totally sold. I only have 3 copies of Pokemon Catcher in the deck right now. Not totally sold on that. But the custom catchers seem kind of weak too. I think the custom catchers are better if I'm playing Marnie. because then I get to like conserve them. But as we saw in that last turn, like I really needed to reach for some things. So the professor's research seemed very good as well.
Okay, I'm going to Pokemon Catcher.
Yikes. Sad.
Yep.
Now that list does play a great catcher, but obviously on Pokemon VMAX, it's like, you know, either got Pokemon Catcher or you got custom catchers, and 4 spots for custom catchers is a lot to, you know, is a lot. Sure. I'm going to promote Jirachi and draw for turn.
Sure.
Okay. So I'm going to go and attempt... Doesn't really matter here. I'm going to attempt Super Scoop Up on our Snorlax. Please let me make the play. Let's go, dude. This is the play. This is the one right here. This is what I wanted. And then we've got Welder.
Nice.
Yeah, back onto the Snorlax. We can draw 3 cards. Cool. And I've got Absol. I've got another Fire, another Snorlax, and I don't necessarily want to Stellar Wish and thin my deck, because to be honest, it's like, yeah, I got everything I need in my hand. So we're just gonna go up with the Snorlax VMAX and Gmax full.
Yeah.
For quite a bit.
180.
Yep.
I will draw for turn.
Hoping here that you maybe don't have a switch card, something like that. Or that the Absol puts in some work.
So, gonna Mal and Lana.
Does the math even make a difference? But I guess to switch, you have to attack, yeah. So
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I could just use the. Let's see, is there any situation where it put me down to 60? Yeah, yeah, it doesn't matter. So, I'll
you just use the switch effect. Yep.
All right. Star Wish.
Sure.
Are there any metal in here? There's not. Never mind. I'll take more then.
Sure. My hope here is that you might have trouble building up another Zacian.
Yeah, I haven't attached energy for 3 turns, and it's not gonna start this turn. Power plants.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I have Absol, so
Yeah.
you have to switch too. Okay.
So I'll Brave Blade for 250.
Sure. So let's see, 250. Oh my gosh. All right, so there we go. Draw for turn. And I'm thinking here that we are just, I'm just going to use the Snorlax VMAX over here. And it's not really any points in trying to super scoop this thing up and find a welder. Like I just, I mean, you got 5 prizes left. I just need to find a triple acceleration energy to take game with this Snorlax. Well, and maybe Gust. So we're just going to go for the Gmax fall for knockout.
Sure.
And hope that maybe you can't respond.
Alright. Just gonna promote him and draw for turn.
Yep.
Metal Patch. Or Metal Saucer. Alright, and I'll Professor's Research.
Sure. I mean, yeah, looking for some metal energies here to get this other guy built up, obviously. You need to take a knockout with Zacian this turn to stay in the game. And I need to keep you from winning. I mean, so like obviously I do have a Deadening on my bench. If you take the Snorlax VMAX out, of the equation, then you're on like a 1-turn win clock if you're able to bring up my Dedenne GX. I was thinking about a Fion in this deck as well. I think Fion would be pretty good in here, and I think Fion is good in like almost every deck. To be honest, it's just a matter of like, you know, finding space. But Fion is just another one of those Pokemon that's just like a great bench sitter for the Snorlax VMAX deck, because it it just takes up a bench spot and can give you that gust effect that you need, you know, if you need it to finish off the game, which can be really good.
I'll take a reset stamp.
Sure. I definitely think the Snorlax VMAX has potential. You know, now that I'm like,
I'm gonna play this thing.
Looking for it. Oh wow, till 1. Yeah, it's a big hand I had. Now, do you have a switch?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
I can't. I didn't get the last Metal Saucer.
Okay. So you'd have to switch, use the ability, and take that hit. Knock me out. Hope I don't respond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll touch return.
Yeah.
Bench this guy. Switch. And then Trapezor.
Sure. Yeah. You want them both on there?
Sure, why not?
Sure. All right, and I'll draw for turn. All right. Thinking here that I just G-Max Fall.
Yeah.
It's probably fine. Swing in for 180 damage, minus 30 because of the frying pan.
Well, you just attacked, right? You didn't do anything?
I didn't do anything with my hand now.
Cool.
There he is. Lucario Melmetal.
Yeah, I guess I'll just Brave Blade.
Brave Blade. Cool. And we'll see Power Plants in play. Alright. We've got Stellar Wish. I just need to find a triple acceleration energy. 3, 4, 5. That's what we wanted. And then we should have access to most of our deck here off of that. I'm going to switch first into this one, see if I can thin the deck one more card, because it's not the entire deck that I have access to, but it's a good number of it. So then we will quick ball away the Dedenne that I can't play, get the Jirachi out of the deck, and we are going to use Professor Magnolia, discard our hand, draw 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we've got the triple for game G-Max Fault. Yeah. All right. Game 3. Triple acceleration energies actually came in clutch there at the end, so I was happy to have those. You know, I was kind of like thinking to myself, like, you know, I've really only ever used the welders to power up these. You know, are the triple acceleration energies meaningful? Or are they useful? I think so. You know, and if you imagine in a, especially off those stamp to 1 scenarios, you know, at the end of the game, your attacker gets knocked out. I mean, just think about Reshizard. Like, you know, Reshizard's biggest weakness is getting stamped, like stamp planted, right? And you can't find those game-winning welder double fire combos to power up like your kind of end of the game attackers. One of the strengths of the Snorlax V deck is that you only need to find an energy, you know, just need to find one energy, so you can actually rely on Professor's research, where like a welder deck like Reshizard, yeah, it's not really, it doesn't really want to do that. So Brady, you're getting some requests to do a kickflip in the chat.
I will not be doing a kickflip. Sorry.
You want it, Brady? All right, so we're going to move on to Game 3. Thank you guys all so much for hanging out with us today. Let us know, who do you think's got it? Zacian V or Snorlax V Max? Let us know in the comments. Brady, you're going to be choosing to go first or second?
I will go first.
All right, let's see how we do. And then we've got Stonejourner VMAX coming up next. So
featuring Potion.
Featuring Potion, because Brady can't Great Potion his VMAX Pokemon.
Yes.
It seemed busted in your head though. Totally fine. All right, I'll play Pikarom against this Stonejourner deck. Dude.
Sure.
We could just lay it up. That, or we could show off something. No, I've got Mewtwo. We could do like Mewtwo Malamar versus Stonejourner. People will probably sick of seeing Pikarom, but you know, I just really want the Stonejourner deck to just like really win.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll see. All right, let's get it rocking here.
All right, so yeah, I'll go first.
Yep. Nothing, huh? All right, we're chilling here. Yeah, it's weird. It's like there's so many big Pokemon, and I think it's definitely intentional. You know, there's so many big Pokemon, but the healing options for them, there are healing options. You know, obviously there's like, you know, what card I completely forgot about? Mixed Herbs. Remember when that was seeing play? Like that's crazy. But you know, there's no AZ. There's no Acerola. We had Acerola for years, and now without Acerola, you keep building these VMAX decks and these big decks, and you're like, man. Acerola.
Right.
What a card. That just like scooped things up automatically. So, you know, now not having access to the Acerola, I'll take my one mulligan draw.
Sure.
It definitely is a little bit of a feel bad. All right, good luck.
Intrepid Sword.
There we go. I will draw for turn. And I am going to... Yikes. I think I'm going to quick ball away a Snorlax VMAX. That's fine. Bro, what if I just... I can't get enough energy in play to zing that thing. Turn one. Alright. I need to get the Snorlax V, but I really hope that I like find a you know, the I'm going second finally, so maybe I could use the Volcanion. Yeah, that'd be the bust. Yeah,
that would be the bust.
I want to make sure that my other Snorlax VMAX is in the deck, so I'm gonna check that real quick. Oh no. Alright, so our other Snorlax VMAX is priced. So you hate to do it on your like initial deck search, you know, it's like my first deck search. I discarded a Snorlax VMAX, I play 3 in the deck, I have 2 in my hand, and I'm like, I'm trying to weigh like, all right, what do we discard off of this first deck search?
For sure.
And I'm like, I probably don't need all 3 Snorlax VMAX unless one is prized. Yeah, hurts. Okay, so we are going to welder onto our Snorlax V, just 1, and draw 3 cards. And then... I know, right? Let's go here. And we're gonna go Super Scoop Up. I know, bro. Yeah, just keep laughing. All right, there he is. And then we've got him. We're gonna Pokemon Communicate the Snorlax VMAX, our only one, back into the deck, and get ourselves probably another Snorlax V. And then, yeah, we're going to data change and hope to hit a fire energy so I can Flare Starter to get a big start for this fire deck. Let's see what we can do. All right, Absol's down, Jirachi's down, and I'm going to discard this last Super Scoop Up. So, data change for 6. Come on, deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeehaw! All right. So I think here that I'm more or less okay to just Heat Factory 2. It's not really any cards in this hand I want to discard, so I'm going to Heat Factory and draw. And then I am going to go here and just Flare Starter and put Fire Energy in any way I like. That's what I like to hear. Alright, we're going to go 2 there and 1 there so that we are just ready to go this next turn. And if Brady doesn't find a Frying Pan or a, you know, or knock out this Volcanion, it's going to be looking kind of sad. Losers Are Us says, Snorlax is my favorite Pokemon. I have to build this now. It is a ton of fun, I will say. It's, this deck, and I think it's got it's got potential. I mean, the guy's got 340 hit points.
I'm gonna attach here.
Sure.
Put on Power Plants, and then I will Marnie.
Okay. Yes, I love evolution energies. Energies from evolutions. This is my favorite energy of all time.
Okay. I'm gonna Pokemon Communication the Meow.
Sure. Yo, BT Rock, thank you so much for that sub, BT Rock. We saw here, I think, like with the Volcanion, this deck, it really doesn't even mind going second. You know, if you can get it into play. Oh, thank goodness you got that thing out of the active. I was a little worried for you there, Brady.
Gonna grab a Quick Ball.
Yeah. Now my issue, Brady,
What's up?
is that my last hand was busted.
Yeah.
And you marnied it away.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I really like that last hand.
Dang.
I wish you hadn't done that.
Yeah,
And the thing that makes me even more upset is that now, because of the way that Marnie works, is that my Snorlax VMAX is just on the bottom of my deck. Yeah. And I know I discarded one in the opening hand. My other one is prized. So,
Intrepid Sword.
definitely tough. Draw for turn. Okay. So, actually a very good live top deck for me here. I've got 1 Super Scoop Up used, 2 Super Scoop Ups used. That's sad. So I think that I'm just going to Welder onto the active. Draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, baby. Pokemon Catcher.
Oh, wow.
Ah! Dang it. I do hate to see it. All right. Do I waste my switches? I feel like such a waste of the Volcanion to just take 1 prize with it when he has the ability to take so many. I think I'm going to switch into Jirachi myself and Stellar Wish.
Sure.
And the reason I'm using the Stellar Wish here is because it reorders my deck as well, which I really want. Because you have put my Snorlax VMAX on the bottom of my deck, which I am not forgiving you for. So let's go, and I think I kind of have to get the Quick Ball, and the thought is I could go get a basic and then Pokecomet away. I could trade the Super Scoop Up, Pokecomet away, get a Snorlax VMAX, take a knockout. It's like not the best, but it's fine. That, or I just chill with this Jirachi in the active and like wait another turn for you to make a move. I do think that it would benefit me to take out this Jirachi, though, and just starts the prize trade. Thank you so much, Jarvis, for that sub. So, thinking about it here, I do wish that Swallow could take a knockout. It can't. I want to save the Volcanion. I know there's only 2 Frying Pans in that deck, so it's like not a ton of Frying Pans. The Super Scoop Ups are so broken, but yeah, I think I'm just gonna probably pass to you this next turn and kind of see what you do and go from there. Nope. So yeah, let's just pass. Not really interested in, you know, throwing my big attackers into harm's way, especially like I want to protect the Volcanion because, you know, Brady's in a situation where if he doesn't find one of his Frying Pans, then he just knows that bringing his Zacian into the active position means that, you know, it's getting knocked out. And also, you know, I've got Absol, so like Brady does have to find a switch in order to move this Jirachi as well. So I might have a little bit more time to build up my hand.
I'll Star Wish.
Sure. In hindsight, I thought that maybe I was going in with Snorlax V. It's why I grabbed the Quick Ball for the Pokemon Communication off that last Stellar Wish. In hindsight, we could have gone for the, you know, the Stadium that I found and at least gotten an energy attachment onto one of my Snorlaxes, which would have been pretty good as well. All right, so you got a Professor's Research?
Yep.
Sick.
Kind of attached to the Zacian.
Yo, what is up, Abyssal in the chat? How you doing?
And I'm going to give him the old Frying Pan.
No!
And then I'm going to play now on the Switch.
Sure.
And I will knock out the Jirachi.
Sure. Okay. So we are going up, you know, saving our Volcanion for eventually we'll have a Zacian. I'm hoping it does not have a, you know, a thing going on. So let's see here. Yeah, I'm going to use Quick Ball, discarding Pokemon Communication, get ourselves a Jirachi, and then we are going to Pokemon Communication the Jirachi away, get ourselves our Snorlax VMAX, our only one in the deck. And we're just going to put the triple on.
Yeah.
And swing with G-Max Fall for 3, 6, 9, 12, plus 60, 180, minus 30 is 150. Yep. Cool.
Right. I'm going to attach return here, and then Professor's Research.
Sure.
Six, 7.
And the triple does get discarded.
Huh.
The Absol, I am really liking the Absol on this list too. I feel like this is the kind of deck that the Absol works really well in because it's not just an all-out aggro deck. Like I'm not just trying to do, you know, 300 damage or whatever. I'm trying to just be as grindy as possible,
Sure.
You know, with the Snorlax deck. So I think that Absol is like a really good fit in here. And Absol, I think, could be a good fit in the Zacian decks as well, just because they are trying to just deny prizes and, you know, be beefy and stuff like that. So,
Cardsing?
I have 2 big ones. Yeah.
Interesting. All right, so I'm going to Metal Saucer.
Sure.
Let's see, I've used. Oh, that's my first Metal Saucer.
Plenty to go.
I'm gonna hard retreat the guy.
Oh, let's go.
Yes. Although now you can just, you know, body me with Volcanion. But,
Yeah.
It's cool.
It's cool?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, maybe I'm
See what's up with that Volcanion. Nah.
Yeah, Brave Blade.
All right. 200. 200.
Yeah.
30. Yeah. All right, I gotta see what's up with that Volcanion. Draw for turn. All right, dude. I'm gonna see what's up with the Super Scoop Up, bro. Okay. Tails. Man, I really do need... You know, actually... Yeah, bro. I mean, like, it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna try and Super Scoop Up again. Man, I'm playing Switch. All right. That's one way to get it done. Yeah. And we're gonna High Heat Blast for knockout and take our 2 prizes. Be a yikes for me, dog.
Turn. Alright, so I'm going to Star Rush.
Double tails on the scoop.
Take Professor's Research.
Sure. With the hard retreats, you confident you're gonna find some saucers? You're gonna just sauce this Volcanion up?
Yeah, that's the dream for sure. Okay. I'm going to attach the Volcanion
to that thing,
or yeah, not
Zacian.
Yeah, Zacian. Yeah,
Sure.
You got the Volcanion. Not
yeah.
Pokemon Catcher.
Sure.
I would like to see him.
All right.
And then I'll Professor's Research.
Sure. You know what's kind of neat?
What's that?
Is that I didn't think about this, but you know, the Galarian Berserker.
He powers up Jirachi.
Powers up Jirachi. Jirachi can get in there and man, really get a slap going for a decent number. I mean, I don't know, maybe 50 or 70, which could be enough to, you know, finish off games sometimes.
Yeah, what, like a 2-card hand or something like that?
I got a 2-card hand, bro. Yeah, it was a 0-card hand when I finished my turn.
Yeah.
I was trying to preserve the Snorlax VMAX here with the Super Scoop Up, but
I'm going to Intrepid Sword
with the fully heal one.
No,
the one that's damaged.
Yeah,
man,
it doesn't matter.
You're a savage for that. All right. Here's the deal, bro.
You got 2 cards, bro. What are you gonna do? Go bring them up.
Yeah, you seem to have, as they say, caught me slipping. I have a big pass.
All right.
That guy. Yeah. Yes. I have nothing in my hand. Literally, yeah, just like not a lot. Missing that Super Scoop Up twice on the VMAX was really tough. I mean, it would have kind of filled my hand with energy. I would have been able to lay another energy down here. We would have been good to go. But it's fine. I still feel confident about our place in this game. I think we're good. Sure. Now, I did think about, you know, is this a deck where you can fit, you know, Cincino or something like that to draw cards? Is this a deck, you know, where you could fit a Zebstrika? To be honest, I think that it's just most consistent with Dedennes and Jirachis, you know, like a typical welder deck.
I'll take an escape board.
Yeah, Beezle Bozo is putting some relatable content into the chat right now. I actually, yeah, when I was in school, I sat in the front row every single class. I don't know about you, Brady.
I sat in the back every class I've ever been in my entire life.
Brady says he sat in the back. I sat in the front because I wanted to be able to pay attention.
I wanted to not be seen.
And it helps me dial in and pay attention if I'm right there in the front. If I'm in the back, I'm not paying attention.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't either.
Oh, jeez. Brady said I wasn't either. Yeah. Also, I was also the kind of student who raised my hand at like every question. I answered all the questions, man.
Oh, yeah. I definitely did not answer a single question in like 16 years of school.
16 years of school. That is hilarious.
I'll throw this down here, and then I will Marnie.
Okay. Ooh, would you like to cut?
I'm cool, man.
All right. My 1 card. All right. This hand is way better than that other hand I was rocking with.
I'm very happy to hear that. You got 4 cards now?
I got 4
I'm
big
gonna stamp you, bro.
Bro, you're gonna stamp my 4-card Marnie hand to 4 cards? Man, that's petty, bro.
Alright, I've got a metal saucer.
Sure.
What's he got on? 150?
It's a lot. Man, you really committed to that damage Zacian, bro.
That's cool, bro. He's taking 3 rides. Yeah.
Alright, 4.
What's it called? Brave Blade.
Brave Blade, yes. Alright, now...
For 270.
270. Why are you hitting for... Oh, 2... Whew, yeah, 2 Galarian Berserkers out. Yikes. Alright, now I think... Wow, both your guys got frying pans on them?
Yep.
Immature, man. Alright, I think here I have to... There's no weakness, so
Correct.
I'm only hitting for 110 minus 30. That's like 80. 80 plus 150. That ain't it, is it? Or is it?
That is
it?
230.
That'll get there. All right. Yeah. So I think we're just full sending this Volcanion here. And then, you know, you could go down to 1 prize remaining. Potentially. You know, if you... Then, you know, Snorlax VMAX coming in hot. All right. We'll draw. Got the escape board for our Jirachi now. And I think I'm just going to bench another Jirachi and use Professor's Research to draw a new hand. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got a Fire Energy for my Snorlax VMAX. And I just want to thin at this point. So I'm going to Quick Ball away my Pokemon Communication. And see if there's anything else in the deck worth grabbing. We're going to grab another Snorlax. And we may need to try and use Pokemon Catcher for game next turn, which is fine. I don't necessarily think I have it in my hand, but I got to switch, you know, and switch makes it so that you can Stellar Wish. So we're going to High Heat Blast for knockout here. And
Do you have a way to one-shot the Zacian?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
So I'd have to Pokemon... Oh, you have 2 prizes. I got 2 prizes left, bro. All right, yeah. It's cool. We got a little bit more of an adventure ahead than I thought.
I'll draft.
There's no way you're powering up that Zacian, though. I'm going to say it right now. There's like, I'm saying
so?
a 0% chance that you power up Zacian right now.
Yeah?
I don't think you got it, bro.
You don't think so?
No way. No way. What do you think, chat? You think he's powering up that Zacian? I think fat chance he's powering up that Zacian.
Definitely going to be reset stamping.
Okay, the 2.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Start off with a little Quick Ball. Oh yeah, bro. I'm gonna get it for sure.
How many saucer in your discard?
2.
2. And you just saw 2 in your deck.
Oh yeah, I did.
All right, he's got 2 in his deck, 2 in the discard pile. He thinks he's got it. I don't know, bro.
I see a Pokemon Catcher too. That today it's looking kind of nice.
Just for game and set? No.
Okay.
Take 2 cards?
Sure. Star Wish.
Sure.
I'll take Pokemon Communication. 7 cards.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, what's 7 cards? So, what does that mean?
That means I can Professor's Research for the rest of the deck, but that also means that
you have 50% chance of winning.
Right.
Are you feeling that?
I don't know.
You're gonna end the game on a coin flip?
I'm evaluating the situation.
You're gonna go all in like that? I mean, we've been playing the series for like an hour and a half, and you're just gonna end the series on a 50-50 shot?
Right now it's an 8 card deck, so I'm feeling better.
Right, because at least then you've got it. But it doesn't matter. I'm gonna bring the Snorlax VMAX into the active, and if you flip Tails of the Catcher, you're decking out.
This prize could be Great Catcher, I think.
Oh, okay. Have you played your Great Catcher yet?
I have not.
Okay, so your Great Catcher's prized.
Right.
There's
like another 50-50.
Fair, right? So there's multiple 50-50 chance. I'd say with 2 50-50 shots, that seems fine. Do you have a switch in your deck though?
Yeah, I have a switch in my deck and in my hand.
Okay.
So I'm gonna switch into this Jirachi. Gotta attach that.
Here it goes. But so you have one in your deck, yeah, but you're gonna have to like switch to get out. But then like you won't have the switch to attack again once you attack. You feel me?
Yeah, that's fine. I got Malamon in the deck too.
Okay, that's fine.
How much do for 5, 6?
7. 1 card left in deck for Brady.
Cool. I'm gonna play the Pokemon Catcher.
Sure. This is game right here. If it's a heads, it is.
Nice. Let me get the deny.
Man,
I'll Stellar Wish.
I'm sick. Is that
Take
a
that.
that's a
Last
saucer? What a sack.
Another saucer.
Yeah.
And switch.
There he goes.
And I'll Brave Blade.
Brave Blade, and that's the game, man.
Great Catcher.
Close series. That was really intense. I felt like that was very close. The Snorlax deck, it did better than I thought it would, to be honest.
Yeah.
I thought it was okay. I got to, use the super scoop up sometimes. He deals a lot of damage. He's got a lot of hit points. He's like pretty much never getting one hit KO'd. That's exactly what I expected.
Right.
So I was glad to see that. I think that the deck is a deck that could use some more work and has got a lot of potential. But I think this is a good starting space for it.
For sure.
And I think that the Fire Engine, just lends you like a lot of other benefits. Since Snorlax is colorless, pair it with whoever you want. It's got a lot of benefits of being fire though, because you can play cards like Volcanion. You can put Victini V in here as well to recover energy. And of course, Welder just being like one of the most broken draw energy acceleration cards in the game right now.
For sure.
And then you can afford like your bench spots. If you were playing a Psychic Engine and maybe Malamars and things like that, your bench spots you can use for Jirachis and Absols and Mew from Unbroken Bonds, cards like that help you like tech for various matchups. Whereas like in a Malamar engine, your bench is gonna be much more jammed, and you're like not really gonna have the space, I don't think. And then also I was thinking about Malamar more. Like you can't really use Super Scoop Up, in a Malamar deck, because like you're gonna bring the energy back to your hand. You're like, I wish they were in the discard pile instead, right? And thank you so much, JB Gamble, for the bits, and says the bits are for Brady being a part of the back of the class group and the busted plays. Thank you guys so much for that. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to give the Twitch channel a follow, where we're going to be streaming Sword and Shield tabletop games every single day leading up to the set release. And also make sure to check out fullgripgames.com, where we have Sword and Shield pre-orders, singles, up now. So make sure to scope that out.